Sponsored by Degenerates Like You. Hey, what's happening, people? You're tuning into Comedy by Coincidence, and this is episode 148. So happy to be here with you. What is happening, people? It is Comedy by Coincidence time. It's your boy, coming to you live from Davis Studios. It's Chris Hippie Davis. What's happening? Joined, as always, by my favorite comedian over there.
What's up? I'm Ty.
And we doing this thing live. What's happening, brother? It's we missed last week. Let's start off there. That is 100% me and the production staff problem, not Ty. It should not reflect poorly on Ty at all. I will say we were sick as shit. We definitely had a run-in with the sea.
A case of the vapors.
Yeah. The good old black lung, you know. And we were unavailable. In fact, we didn't even want to be in the same room together ourselves. So we, couldn't make it happen. I apologize. But how are you doing, my friend? It's been a while.
I'm doing fine. I'm finally outside of Oklahoma. I'm back in the state of Florida.
Sweet.
Excuse me. I've said it before, but the crackheads are different here.
Absolutely.
The Florida crackheads, they're slower. They hide in the shade. The Oklahoma crackheads, I'm going to start a new whole hour just describing the crackheads of America. The Oklahoma crackheads are like little skitterish. They run across. They're like a squirrel. Okay, they just dart across the road, hoping that they make it to the other side. They hang out at the gas station a lot, like more than usual. And then I get to Florida, and then it's like these ones are different. They live in the swamp. You don't really see their tents because that's a marker that they're there. They're more hidden. They're like snakes in the grass,
right?
But like not personality wise, just like physically.
Yeah. They're both pretty. You said that temperature-wise, Oklahoma was pretty similar to Florida, just less humid.
Yeah, I would say that.
So, these are like definitely not swamp crackheads. These are prairie crackheads. Different subset altogether.
They could be categorized as prairie dogs of how social they were. You never saw one. They were definitely around, and somebody was doing lookout. So, that's pretty accurate.
So, aside from crackheads, how was the rest of your stay in Oklahoma?
Dusty. I have more dust in my suitcase than I do sand. It's weird.
Turn them up just a little bit.
Let me see here. Oklahoma City. It's a nice place. I wouldn't necessarily live there because it's like the outskirts of the town. It's full of warehouses that have something in them, but they look utterly abandoned. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
all the windows are intact, but there is nothing outside this building that says, this is a business. It feels like the largest CIA base you could ever come across. It's just kind of suspicious. It's normal America, but it's just suspicious.
I'll say this. In Missouri, we have a lot of those, and I'm coming to realize that a lot of them are made to look vacant and look unused, but inside they're storing like massive grow houses. Because, I mean, all this legal Missouri weed has to be grown in-state somewhere. And it feels like all of the dispensary stuff is indoor grow stuff. So it's straight up in the city. There's all these straight up giant abandoned warehouses like you're talking about, but inside they just got the craziest grow setups you've ever seen in your life.
And it's weird because I like the aesthetic but it creeps me out all at the same time.
Yeah, because here's the deal. If you're taking just like a little walk and you're trying to see some of the abandoned historical architecture of one of these cities, namely St. Louis here when I'm talking, but yeah, you'll be like just taking a stroll thinking you're like maybe doing a little imagining going urban exploring a little bit, and then all of a sudden 3 armed security guards are out of nowhere and they're like, what are you doing here? A million questions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's I imagine like one day there'll be a tour and it'll be like the St. Louis version of the tour would be like, and this used to be the historical U.S. Treasury building in St. Louis where they minted the original silverware coin. But right now we grow lemonberry kush inside by, you know what I mean? Like
by
just
the bushel.
Plug-in
right.
dispensaries.
But tremendous, dude. Well, did you hit any more open mics since the last time I seen you?
I hit a couple. I got on at Bricktown, which was amazing. I had a pretty good solid 5 minutes. There's some stuff I need to cut out. It was very informative because it felt like an actual real crowd in there. But it was one of those places where the lights on stage, I almost saw the tables in front of me right up against the stage that were all empty. And then it was just darkness. So it was like, I know you
can hear them, but
are
you
in
can't
here.
see them. Yeah.
Yeah. But then after that, I went to an improv club and did another set, and that was just, it was weird.
Yeah, those improv cats are weird. I'm gonna back you up on this.
It's like they're yes and people. You know what I mean? You're talking to them and you can just see that they're not really listening. They're listening, but they're not listening.
Yeah,
they're thinking of what they're
gears
gonna
are
say.
always going for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But a good comedian should be doing that too, just in a different way. And I understand that. But yeah, I'm not an improv guy. I'm not.
Yeah.
The most improv on the spot I get is this fucking podcast, which isn't that great. I mean, my improv skills, not the podcast. This is the #1 motherfucking Midwest comedy podcast we got. So, man, love and respect. But, well, good. Bricktown I've heard of. I hear it on my favorite comedians. You're my favorite comedian, but the ones I listen to.
Mm-hmm.
We take inspiration from. That's a cool one. Okay, improv.
Yeah.
Did you have to do any improv?
Oh no, I just did it. It was a new material only set, so it was like, okay, well, I've never been here before, so it's all new material to you guys. So let's just do bust out one of the old trusty busties and brush off the dust, make sure it's still good,
Yeah.
And then that's all I got to because shenanigans and stuff, all work related. I did go to the Oklahoma State Fair. That was interesting.
Good.
Yeah, it was a lot of food, a lot of rides, but that's not what I got fascinated by. I got fascinated by the games operators. You know what I mean? Like, I was just watching this old hand just trick people into throwing darts at balloons. Like, he'd be like, first throw's free, and then once he gets you, and then he just starts Like, if you got a girl there, he's like, your girlfriend wants a stuffed animal. I mean, look at her. She's been eyeing the unicorn. It was
they're
just,
salesmen, dude.
it was
for
a
sure.
masterclass. It was fascinating.
They're the ultimate salesman because, they're also selling you on, hey, get on this ride that I put 4 bolts into after transporting it here. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
Like
It's one of those, like, they had a ride there that was just a loop, just a circle, and you just go around the circle, maybe go backwards and all that.
Yeah.
But then you look at the base of it, and it's like, it's still in the trailer. You know what I mean? Like, there's no.
Okay. Dr. Evil just informed me that she has a new game segment for us today.
A new game segment? Well,
We'll
first,
get to it in
before-
just a
We'll
little
get
bit.
to it in a little bit.
but-
I just wanted to.
Yeah, I need to ask how Chris is doing first.
I am almost over this fucking sickness bullshit. I was down pretty hard from like Sunday through Tuesday. And I'm doing all right, man. Today is like my official 10 days of of having it or whatever. So I could finally see people and do shit again. So looking forward to that. And because of that, I have done not a whole fucking lot, dude. There's been a lot.
Okay.
I did stay on my lawns and stuff because I don't got to see be up in nobody's proximity out on lawns and outdoor work. So kept working through it, except for Sunday through Tuesday. Damn, that shit just really took it out of my body. And then getting caught back up this week has it's been slow. And when you're sick and you go out to do like lawns and outdoor shit, outdoor work, normally there's like an slight curve to how fast you're doing things and how hard you're working. The curve was exponential, dude. I get out on my first yard, and before the end of my first one, I'd be just fucking dying, covered in sweat. It's 68 degrees outside, by the way. It's not bad, in any degree, It's like, what the fuck is going on with me?
That sucks, man.
New drummers coming along, and we're still jamming. We should have another jam session tomorrow. We'll start working on some new stuff and try to put a name to this project, hopefully. And that's all that I got going on. So not a fucking whole lot. I've had a lot of birthdays that I couldn't be at because of fucking, SARS-CoV-2 or whatever the fuck. Jesus Christ.
Could we go? Because I'm almost a Jehovah Witness without signing the papers. Okay, so birthdays are weird to me. The only thing I really miss, and I'm almost convinced most people miss it, is just the cake. You know what I mean? Like, is that like? Do you feel what I'm saying? Like,
in my family, there's always ice cream to go with the cake, and I'm definitely an ice cream person, unless it's an ice cream cake. Dairy Queen makes a fucking phenomenal ice cream cake, and that is a go-to for Chris's birthdays. But yeah, I do miss me some ice cream or ice cream cake. And then, I have a huge extended family, and a lot of people are getting up there in age and shit. So, what I miss more than anything is getting to spend the time with the people you don't have a shit ton of time with. So,
gotcha. Okay, all right. Maybe I'm just a different animal.
Yeah, I mean, it's what it is. But let's see. My dad had a birthday. My buddy Dan had a birthday. My mother-in-law Becky had a birthday, and my sister had a birthday. All within like fucking 4 days. And I had an anniversary in there, by the way, guys. I've been married 4 years now, and so that's a lot of fucking birthday presents to fucking get. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So. Have you ever considered just getting people a bag of candy?
I think that's what we're going to have to do in the future, because this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Like, my favorite go-to is to get people the weird candy. Like, those Necco wafers, the old-timey chalk guys?
No.
Just be like, here's your gift, because they're like, they're barely palatable, and be like, just like my personality, just... Just being like, that's what you get from me, kid. $1.25 worth of sidewalk chalk.
Yeah, there's got to be something because, man, I can't do 5 birthdays 1 week all the time, guys. This is fucking crazy.
That and personalized gifts, like then you're investing a lot of time nobody has,
Right. So, let's see. That's all in Chris's life. What do we got as far as comedy news? We hop into that segment real quick. Hard hopping. You guys can see how the bacon is made here, because I feel like everybody's underprepared right this second. Does anybody have any comedy news?
I don't know if it's comedy news, but I find it hilarious that if you ever went to P. Diddy's mansion, there would be 786 dildos surrounding you.
1,000 plus bottles of lube.
Yeah, that is a lot. That is, oh my God, that's a lot.
Okay.
That's more than the average dildo store buys at the convention in Las Vegas. That is like he could have opened up his own, call it Diddy's outplus or surplus
Straight
or
the
whatever.
fuck up. Yeah, and just so you guys know, we are talking about Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs, who just got arrested, and is on trial for sex charges and a bunch of other craziness. Now, the reason he had those 740 plus dildos and 1,000 plus bottles of lube is he had freak offs, man. How much lube do you need for a freak off? That's 1,000 bottles. Also, where are you keeping all that shit? You know what I mean?
Something tells me there's
is
a
it
dungeon
a cabinet?
involved.
Is it a room?
I think it's more like a bar situation where it's just on tap.
It's on tap, lube on tap. KY, the KY tap. No, I think it was like a Batman style, either like a hidden bookshelf opens to a room, or like some sort of press a button and elevator floor just you're going up.
Ooh.
Listen. The police seized all of the lube and all of these dildos, right? Imagine coming back and you're trying to like you know something's up and you're trying to see what the police found, and you're like, go to that you gotta go hit that elevator thing. You go press the button, you're like, come on. Come on. No, it's gone! You know what I mean? Anyways, I'm dumb. We're doing it. Not as dumb as P. Diddy, though. What the fuck? Also, that's a lot of lube. That sounds like a good time.
It's
a bathtub's, amount of lube. That might be fun.
It's not.
Imagine.
I think it's a gross amount. You know what I mean? Like I think it's like people would go, why? It'd be like it's enough lube to slide an elephant down a hill.
Imagine a hot tub filled with lube.
That sounds absolutely gross. That sounds like a deep fryer. You're deep frying humans. You know what I mean? Like that's.
I think it sounds awesome, personally. You know what? This is my way of announcing the first annual Comedy by Coincidence Freak Off. No, I'm playing. Jesus Christ. Happening. Nah. The exact time of Skankfest. Here's my little bit of comedy news. Skankfest is coming up Friday the 27th through Sunday the 29th in Vegas. So be ready to hear a bunch of stories and crazy shit coming out of Vegas next week from all your favorite comedians. We'll probably be reporting on some of it here. Definitely not live in person. But also, just a heads up, speaking of Vegas, I'm not going to be able to be at Skankfest. That sucks. And it sucks that it's so fucking close, but I will be in Vegas. I said Skankfest is the 27th through the 29th. Am I right? I will be in Vegas the 30th through the 5th. So just barely fucking missing it, dude.
Sloppy seconds.
I know. I might see some really fucked up and blacked out and recovering fucking comedians leaving Vegas right when I'm showing up, but
leaving probably a couple that missed their flight and now have to work the comedy club until they can afford a flight out.
Yeah. So, big news in the comedy world coming up next week. What else we got on comedy news, people?
Just more fluff pieces trying to make Ellen DeGeneres funny again.
Who gives a shit, dude? Literally, there's so many budding, awesome comedians. Ellen, you've announced that you're quitting it so many times on this podcast. Like, let's fucking give the new comedian some fucking time. Who gives a shit if she was funny or not? Get out of there, you know? And I'll stand on that hill. She was I never found her funny. And I was waiting for the day when they said that she was a terrible boss. Like, I could just see it in those demon eyes of hers. You know what I'm saying? But
it's like a forced niceness in those eyes.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's for me, most of the news is just a whole bunch of comics announcing their tour dates for this upcoming winter season and year. So, you know, if you got a comic that you want to see, now's the time to hit up their website and get some tickets and buy it through the comedian, not through anybody else. So, you know, they're like actual real tickets and, you know, the price is the real price, not the scalper price.
Okay, what bitch-ass, broke-ass, not getting spots-ass comedian wrote this fucking article? Is the comedy club booking process broken? By the New York Times. Trying to find the author here. Oh, I definitely got to buy this shit to fucking even figure out the author, so nope. And we don't care.
I don't like those headlines that just say, like, ask a question. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if
you're supposed to tell us, bitch.
Exactly. Like, this is not a news article. This is an opinion article, you know, like, because you're trying to answer the question instead of being like, the comedian process is broken. All the talent coordinators are asking for Coke. You know what I mean? Like, instead of just doing a headline like that. They're not. That's just a weird example. Bullshit example.
I mean, it'd be like if I put an article out that said, "Are all of our political pundits deaf?" You know?
Mm-hmm.
And the answer is yes, of course. But fucking, you know, why? Yeah, of course we knew that. Rat-faced boys are in. Rat-faced boys are in. Oh, Ty, what the fuck were you doing on Legion of Skanks again last week? Without fucking telling me, dude.
Yeah, that's my bad. I'm kind of ashamed of the new internship they gave me, but you know, it's a really big opportunity. It's my job is to slowly use all of P. Diddy's lube. It's kind of a hard. I don't know how Louis J managed to get a hold of the drums, but
you look like you look like Sam Hyde. That's the guy who keeps showing up on there that looks fucking exactly like you.
Yeah.
His comedy's pretty fucking gross too. Like, straight up, it reminded me of you, like, to a T, and I was like, Jesus Christ, fuck him. But
oh, gee, thanks, man. I'm a gross comedian. That's great. I'm gonna go back to doing shark jokes. That's what I'm gonna do.
I was trying to come up with clean comedy last night, and it was not working.
It's tough.
It's a game.
it's like the cleanest comedy I can do is stories, but then I somehow fuck that up. So,
I'll start cursing if I do stories. Yeah, it's not clean, and also the content is definitely not clean. So, but I was just getting inspired. I was watching cat TV. Okay.
Oh, how far
I had
you fallen. Jesus.
my kitty sitting next to me, and we were watching cat TV. Sure.
Is your cat actually engaged with cat TV?
Yes,
or
actually,
you
it
just...
is. He keeps his eyes on it. You know.
Interesting. All right.
At the end of the night, when he's getting all bitchy about food, it'll take his mind off it for about a half hour. You know, that's about all you get. But,
Is he like hackles raised like who's this motherfucker in my house? Or
yes,
is he just...
yes, yeah. You're totally on it. But
So
that's
you're
not
just,
the point. Let's get off.
You're
it
just
for a second.
traumatizing your cat with the tea. Okay. All right.
Yes, 110%. Because fuck him. He traumatizes me at 7 a.m. when I'm not awake yet. But regardless, I was getting inspired by some of the animals on there and was trying to do animal impressions, Ty. And that's pretty clean comedy. Am I right? You know what I'm saying?
Guess.
But it was pretty fucking terrible. I'll just to show you. This is terrible. Fucking get your good audience appreciation mindset going. Get out of comic headset because you're not going to laugh at all. Okay?
Okay. All right.
All right?
Alrighty.
You're just here to enjoy now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get to be the patron, right?
All right.
So give me a second. Whew. Hey, what's happening, everybody? What the fuck is up with blackbirds? Am I right? They're all like... Any animal impressions. You know what I'm saying? Like what it's all going to be physical to an extent. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to look like a dumbass at first, especially as you're figuring it out. You got to put your whole ass in it. You feel me?
I thought you were doing the voices, not like trying to be
no.
a platypus.
Yeah, that's why. Well, when I'm trying to do physical visual comedy, you're probably not my best audience. Go.
No, I get it. I get it.
I will say blackbirds have the fucking biggest eyes of all the birds I was watching on there last night. Just like fucking a fourth the size of their head, and never shut. Just giant yellow eyes in the. Anyways, all up in your business. Here you go.
Oh, thanks. Oh.
Physical comedy, not quite my thing yet, but maybe. Let's see. I was trying for clean comedy. What can I do without cursing? If I put my whole ass in it, then I'm not cursing, right? So.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I mean, how clean it could get. Well, no, never mind. All right. That I was gonna say, just doing impressions and stuff. That's the cleanest comedy there is. And then I remembered, oh, you can fuck the stool. So,
have you ever used the stool during your set?
Yeah, to get the fuck out of my way. Usually, I just bump into it and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm blind. Just tag in that.
You haven't used the stool as a phone yet?
As a phone? No.
Break that one out. That's a great bit.
I would love to try it. However, it just seems how do I phrase it? Retarded.
Yeah. Well, I mean, physical comedy might be a little retarded.
I've been avoiding the helmet for all my life. I don't need to prove it. I'll
pick you up on the short bus, drop you off at your show.
Yeah. I started this life out on the short bus. I might as well end it there.
Might as well end there. Yeah. If I can drop you off at MSG in a short bus, we did it, bud. You know what I mean?
Drop me off. You driving that motherfucker straight on stage, bro.
Let's see what else. Okay, do we got any other comedy news or comedy specials we need to shout out?
Not it's really just tours. The special season's kind of coming to a close, and it's back to get your ass out of the house and go to a show time.
We were going to go to the RU Garbage in St. Louis, but again, we got sicker than shit the 2 days before they showed up. So I wish we could have reported on that. That sounded like it was going to be a lot of fun. And again, I could be at Skankfest. Everybody's going, be safe, don't overdose, and have a good time.
I think the RU Garbage guys would be awful offended you didn't come to the show, because that's right up their alley. The garbage that shows up to the show sick. That's
Yeah, but also it would have been. I think St. Louis was like their second show or second set of shows, so they had the whole rest of the fucking tour. You don't need to. I'd feel totally shit ass, But regardless, I would have felt extra shit ass on top of how shit ass I already felt. Am I right? So, Dr. Evil said she had a game for us, and you know what? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm down to play a game. What's good? What we got going on today, Dr. Evil? What's up?
Okay. So the name of the game is Ain't That America?
Fuck. Okay, that's
my idea for the game is I have a handful of news articles, and I want you to pitch me like either a region or a cluster of a handful of states that you think this story might have come out of, just to make it not unreasonable. I don't want you to have to pick 1 out of 50. That sounds brutal. So,
all right.
You can give me a
hold
region,
on. Question: Is this a worldwide game or is this an America only?
Just
game?
the states.
Okay.
Just the states.
All right.
So give me the region, or give me like a grouping of a couple of states.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All right. It is going.
The Jews. All right. No, I'm kidding.
Go ahead.
Don't get yourself copyright struck now here. Okay, our first man is seeking to make AI the mayor of a major city in this state. An electorate may be the first nation to vote for artificial intelligence in the city's mayoral election this November.
Northwest. Like, I'm thinking Washington, Oregon, Seattle, something like that,
Mm-hmm. Ty, what you got?
I'm gonna say this is a real bold move coming out of Venezuela. No. I don't know. This feels like a Montana move. But did you guys freeze? Is that what's going on? No, you didn't. Okay, alrighty. This feels like a middle of the nowhere. You know that town that elected the dog as a mayor? I'm gonna say it's that town.
Oh my god. I'm gonna say Ty was a little closer. This was out of Wyoming.
Yeah, I felt like it was gonna be
Wyoming.
A state with like nobody,
Exactly.
And it would have been the mayor of Cheyenne.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give Ty the point on that one. I think. Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. All right. Our next story. We have a man who was originally believed to be a witness in a crime who was now arrested for murder in an apparent road rage shooting. So the man was initially interviewed as a witness at the scene of a murder and then had been arrested over a year later.
Is it Bobby Shmurda?
No, I'm just trying not to get you flagged, so I'm throwing extra.
Shmurda?
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, this shit happens everywhere, so this is really tough, but
again, region.
I'm gonna say I-55. That's the road.
Yeah, I was thinking Midwest too, but if you're gonna go Midwest, I think I'm gonna have to go. If you're calling out my home, I'm gonna go southeast, like Florida, Georgia, Atlanta.
I'm inclined to give the point to Chris, but you were in the wrong part of the South. This was out of Texas, baby.
Oh, shit.
But that said, I'm going to give you South over Midwest. Texas man believed to be a witness, now arrested for murder. So again, apparently, he had talked to the police, they let him go, but then a bunch of witnesses came out and were like, nah, and young man shot the dude. He got away with it until he didn't.
I'll take 0 points on that. That's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, 1-0 tie.
All right, we're going to give it 1-0 tie and move along to story number 3.
No complaints.
Okay, so this man bit a stranger's ear off, but now he says, quote, I feel really horribly about what happened.
Hawaii. Hands down, they get vicious, but then they apologize and make it feel good.
Let me get you some context here. He chewed off a stranger's ear and spat it out onto a light rail platform and was sentenced to over 3 years of prison on Wednesday. But he feels really badly about it.
Florida.
I'm changing my answer. Light rail. I'm going to go Seattle, Washington. I'm getting specific here.
Final answers?
Final answer.
This was out of New Jersey.
Damn. 0 points.
0 points. He claimed schizophrenia.
Okay, Lewis. No plan.
Still 1-0. Ty is in the lead.
Hey, guys. Did we press record? No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
Good golly. Chris, don't give me heart attacks like that. Okay, this guy was accused of impersonating a security guard to get into a fair concert.
I need that sentence one more time. I'm sorry.
This man was accused of impersonating a security guard to attend a fair concert.
The band's name was Fair?
No, like at a fair.
Oh.
Like
Oklahoma State
he
Fair.
was charged with criminal trespassing, impersonating a licensed professional, and theft up to $1,000.
Lit.
So he went to the fair wearing black pants, a black leather duty belt, and a black T-shirt with security written across the front. He entered the gate without paying the entry fee under the false pretense that he was a security guard, and then walked up to sold out concert. Do you need to know what the concert is? I don't think you'd recognize it. Okay.
Interesting.
He got behind the barricades, through private doors, and onto the backstage of the event.
California.
Oh, I'm going to have to go Illinois. Chicago. I'm thinking this is like a Bonnaroo situation.
California, New Mexico, Arizona, somewhere in there.
Okay. Ty was geographically closer. This was out of Knoxville.
Tennessee.
Ooh.
Knoxville, Tennessee. Yeah, he hopped into the Tennessee Valley Fair and attended the concert for freebies.
Okay. That's fun.
All right. Okay.
Are we giving Ty that point, or are we saying because he was too Midwest that we're not?
No point for you, buddy. I'm sorry.
No
You're
points
still
for
ahead.
Ty.
dude.
Yeah.
No
I'm
points.
appealing. Okay.
Maybe in time's future we play
You're
this
still
as a
at top.
collaborative
You're
game.
still ahead.
Yeah, but it feels like an appeal is necessary. I want to appeal this appeal.
What we got?
Our next man is quoted as saying, I needed rehab, a hug, and a sandwich. This man was sentenced to 292 years in prison, but he was freed. And he's using his second chance as an opportunity to help others.
What did he do to get 292 years in prison, and why the fuck isn't he in there? Jesus Christ.
Okay, so he was sentenced in 2015 on 25 counts of nonviolent theft-related crimes, and the judge gave him a 292-year prison sentence.
Missouri.
Non-violent stuff-related
Midwest.
crime.
Hold on.
I'm gonna go Kansas. I'm doing Missouri's rival, Kansas.
Final answers. Kansas and Missouri. This was an Arizona man. You were one too early with your pick. It was in Mojave County.
Damn. We just don't know America. We need to get out there, dog.
You need to get your geographical chops together, my friends.
Well, I mean, in my defense, the bite the ear guy could have happened in any region in the States because bath salts are real.
The thrill of the chase.
Bath salts can happen anywhere.
Bath salts can happen anywhere. A man won a $100,000 lottery ticket and didn't even know he won. He's quoted as saying, "Unbelievable."
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. That's California.
Ohio.
He's a 63-year-old guy. He was entered in a second chance to win game. And he ended up winning in that second chance. He said, "You're kidding me, right? It seemed too good to be true. Later that day, I found an email in my spam folder regarding the prize, and I knew it must be real."
In spam.
If that gives you the context that you need to answer this question.
I'd be like, yep, I'm a loser. No, I'm playing. I said Ohio.
You said Ohio?
California.
Chris was closer. This was Michigan.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's not. Yeah.
I'm trying to get you to not pick specific states and try to get groupings, because, like, again, I think that's more fair. I don't want you to have to double down on one state.
Double down.
There's a lot of those. You can get double points if you double down on one, but I think it would be more reasonable to have you do groupings. Any hoodles. He was in Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay.
I have another few, but I'm almost inclined to just leave it there. I feel
Yeah,
like we're
yeah,
getting
Ty,
real difficult.
you killed it, bro. I think you won.
Yay!
Good job.
Do you want to know for Grinsies what the other stories were, and I'll just give you the states?
Sure.
All right. So the first one was a guy who basically beat his own ping pong ball record. He was out of Idaho, and he basically was spitting a ping pong ball at a wall. He got it to bounce off the wall 47 times in 30 seconds. Serial record breaker, broke one of his own records.
I like that he has hobbies. You know, I'm glad he's not out there doing ruckus things. You know, he could be doing things far worse.
He could be doing things like our next guy did. Husband admits to adding cocaine and MDMA to wife's cokes in hopes he would marry her daughter.
Yeah, see, that guy's just fun, and
That guy was out of
full
Indiana.
advocate for
What
it.
the fuck? Hoping. Just the A to C plan here doesn't seem thought out.
No, not at all. But that was certainly a choice.
Step A.
There was also a Philly man who pled guilty to making fake terror attacks and tipping off the police to sabotage his fantasy football rival. I bet it was
Wait, just-
Shane.
Sabotage what?
Okay.
His fantasy football rival.
Oh, that's a pro. That's next level corporate espionage right there. I approve.
He called the police in Norway and at the University of Iowa with fake terror attack claims in order to falsely accuse a fantasy football rival. Some Philly shit right there.
This dude did it international. Did you say Norway?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
No?
pretty sure that's supposed to refer to a locality. I don't think it's supposed to be...
Norway.
No, wait, hold on.
Okay.
It's
He did
Norway,
plan to
Norway.
study abroad in Norway of August of 2023.
I was about to say, that would be
Son
awesome
of
if this
a
dude did
bitch.
international swatting. That'd be amazing.
Guy submitted an anonymous tip through the internet to the Norwegian Police Security Service. I'm not going to be able to pronounce what they're called. That's a lot
Try
of
it.
consonants.
Try it. Do it. You got this.
Politiets Sikkerhetsnest.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That's Norwegian if ever I heard it.
Yeah.
That's my best. quote, claiming that a member of his fantasy football chat group was going to carry out a mass blanking in Norway.
A mass blanking. Oh my god. A mass Bobby Shmurda up there.
Yeah, literally. And I got one more for you. So a Utah man filed a motion to have the judge removed from his case, citing treason, and motion to have him hanged.
Fair.
So he filed a motion to have the judge in his criminal case removed because of treason, and also suggested he should be hanged, and now he's facing a new criminal charge. He was charged with threatening a judge, which is a third-degree felony.
That's pretty bad, actually.
Yeah.
Threatening a judge is pretty up there.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, dude.
So that's what you missed out on in the fun of the game.
Okay.
Ain't that America?
Hey.
You and me.
Ty, you got Savage of the Week this week?
I do have Savage of the Week this week. Yes, that is my responsibility, and I'm going to declare the Savage of the Week to be I'm gonna be honest, I don't have one, so I'm gonna give it to him.
I got
you
two.
got two?
I
All
got
right, you
two.
can cover. I got next week.
You got next week, okay.
All right.
Well, number one, we've got one new listener that is an old friend of all three of ours, Miss Katie Wasco. Okay, Katie's the shit. We go back forever. She's been one of my premier band artists and was the OG band artist for American Absinthe and Forgiving Tree. So, mad love and respect. True badass. Okay, already a savage in her own right. Why I'm bringing this up is last week, she saved super cute kitten that was thrown to the streets by a uncaring owner, and she went to foster it and try to find it a new home. So, shout out Katie Wasco, true savage. Didn't even have to do that. B, number 2. Okay, shout out Katie. 2, my dad, Brian Davis, true fucking savage in his own right. We've mentioned it. He's probably been a Savage of the Week multiple times on here already. Probably doesn't need another one, right?
Lost the tip of his finger to become a Savage of the Week for the first time, so...
Yeah. He's been on here a few times. He's kind of a crazy guy. Well, this week, literally, right before we started this podcast at, I'd say, 11:05, him and his buddy Nick, I'm trying to think, what do they call it when a boat shoves out from port?
Cast off?
Yeah. They cast it off in 2 canoes from Kansas City and are going to try to float the whole Missouri River in 2 canoes and camp and fish along the way. Yeah, he's trying to do the whole Missouri River from Kansas City to Alton, Illinois in a week, if he can. So, I mean, that's pretty fucking savage.
That's a lot of paddling.
That is a lot of paddling. At least, I mean, it's all downriver, so the fucking current will take them a bit, you know?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of river. That is a lot of river. So, and, say a little, if you're the praying type out there watching this show, say a little prayer for my dad that he actually comes fucking back. Because, whatever, a lot of shit could happen out there on a big ass river like that.
I just have the image of your sweet mother just pushing him off, screaming, "I hope you sink."
Straight the fuck up, though. Yeah, no.
Day, being like, "Leave me alone for a week, you ungrateful."
And guess what? She did drive them all the way. She had to drive Dad in the canoe all the way to Kansas City. I'm sure he woke her up at 5:30 to do it because they were casting out.
That's true love. That's true love. To curse out your partner all the way across the state of Missouri and yet still help him out,
Yeah, all that shit about a sailor's wife and
yeah, exactly. You know.
holding down the lighthouse and waiting for her sailor to come back. That was not there. You know, I'm pretty sure. But shout out to my mom too. She's badass too. Not many women these days would wake up at 5:30 to drive their man across the state to dump him in a river. I will say she's getting out of picking him up after a week of being covered in fish guts and shit. I have to go pick him up next Saturday.
Brilliant move on her part. Saved the upholstery of her car. You know.
And yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. But what you gonna do? I guess Dad picked me up from fucking Boy Scout camp a billion times, and I didn't have a shower for a week. So there we go.
Just desserts, full circle.
Full circle. I wonder if there was one time, dude. Did you ever do NYLT? Did you ever hear about that as a scout?
You know, I think they recognized that I was not a good cult member. You know,
You were not to be indoctrinated. Yeah.
Yeah. They saw I was figuring things out real quickly. You know, and they're like, this one's not a leader. He's going to be an emperor. So we got to let him go.
They didn't have national emperor trait.
Exactly. You know, they didn't have dictator 101 for me. So
I definitely did NYLT, which was a it was an extra week of summer camp, but you got put with a bunch of different scouts from different troops, and you had to make, you got put in a random troop with random kids, and you had to figure it out for a week, you know. And it was honestly pretty fucking brutal, because I think when I went, I was still really young, and just put with a bunch of older guys, and it was not good. You know what? We're about fucking 50 minutes in plus. You want to hear some real shit?
yeah.
I think I was bullied so much. I was trying to get them to stop bullying me, and I made up that I had a fake girlfriend who died. I don't think I had one girlfriend yet, brother.
Well, I'm glad you killed her, Chris. You know, jeez.
Yeah, you know the song "Last Kiss" by Pearl Jam. I essentially used that story. I don't even think I'd heard that song yet, but I was like, yeah, my girlfriend got killed jaywalking with me, and she died in my arms, man. Why are you giving me so much grief? It's whatever. Yeah. I think there was something else. Oh, the reason that I bring this up, it's all coming from me having to pick up my smelly ass dad on Saturday, is I definitely did not shower at all that week because, again, getting bullied all week, right? Why the fuck am I going to go to guys' showers, right? It was so hot, and again, not showering all week. I left permanent stains in the clothing I had from that week. I got a pair of scout shorts that still have these black marks from where my arms would sit when I'd just be chilling like this, just from my fucking elbows rubbing on them. Fucking gross. But I remember my dad picking me up going, "Oh man, you smell like shit. What the fuck happened to you?" I was like, "Dad, I don't want to talk about it." And he was like, "Okay, what the fuck?" And I'm like, "You know what, Dad? I need a fucking Big Mac." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "I haven't eaten anything but peanut butter all week, Dad. I need protein. Can I get a Big Mac?" And that's the only time my parents ever got me a fucking Big Mac. Wasn't allowed.
Now, was that before or after he told you to ride in the bed of the truck?
We never had a truck. I definitely had to sit in the back of the van though, and it was just him and me. You know, I could have been passenger. Fuck. Nope. Rode back.
Windows open all the way.
I think he made me tie my shoes to I had two pairs. I think he made me tie them to the roof of the car. They smelled so bad. You know what I mean? So I'm surprised he didn't stop at a truck station and made me go take a shower. But he knew better.
Not safe.
Accidentally walk in and see Ron White getting blown, you know. Shit, dude. Okay. Well, this has been a fun episode. It's actually been a pretty long one, and we will be back next week. We need to get an episode in Friday or Saturday, if we can.
All right.
Because I'll be gone for Vegas. I'll be back in time for a podcast though. We'll be able to come in. So let's make sure we shoot to get one in next week though. And again, apologies everybody for missing last week. Back on the men, and we'll be back on our regular schedule. So, mad love and respect.
Now, my hearing has just struck again, and I just want to make sure you said what you said. Did you just say we're back on the men and we're back on schedule? Because I'm not on the men. You might be on the men, but I'm not on the men. Like, let's.
I said mend.
Mend. Got it.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
My bad. Sorry. Thought you were declaring that we were switching teams for a second. I was unprepared. I just thought.
Ty, not that kind of healing.
Yeah, just let's see how we do in Vegas, man, and we'll see if I'm on the men or not. Probably not, though. I mean, going to Vegas. Anyways, going to Vegas with my wife's family. So I mean, how fucking wild can you get? You know, they are some party animals, but
I think street side daiquiris are in your future.
street side. Yes, actually, yes. The frozen ones.
Yes.
Booyah, dude. Booyah. The ones that they literally have like little slushy machines with that, you know?
Yeah. I'm talking about you getting one of them, 5-foot motherfuckers that you got to get a lanyard for, That's
Fuck
what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
I really, honestly, goals, dude.
Mhm.
And I don't drink. I really don't drink like that, but I think I'm going to do it. So, and they're strong, man. It's like they mix them with straight
Strong,
vodka and shit, you know?
Exactly. That's the point.
That's the point.
You get the 5-foot one, and you got just enough to get yourself to the next casino because you decided to walk outside like an idiot. And, by the time you get there, you're already black out. So you grab another one and keep walking,
Sounds like a good time. I'm getting excited. Should be a good deal. And you'll be one of the last people to see me before I leave. So, looking forward to it. We'll talk all about it.
Gee, thanks, man. Now I have to tell the cops I didn't do it.
Okay, at least you'll have a good recording evidence, if it gets posted. So, all right, let's let them get out of here. Man, love and respect, everybody. Thank you for listening. Again, we'll be back next week. Man, love and respect. Anybody need to say anything? All right. Tenacity.